Tonight's journey takes us inward, into the quiet and mysterious landscape of the mind. For thousands of years, people across the world have turned to meditation. Monks in temples, sages in forests, and mystics in deserts, each seeking stillness, clarity, or a glimpse of something greater. It was practiced to calm the body, sharpen awareness, and open hidden doors of consciousness, long before science had words to describe what was happening. Now, centuries later, modern research is beginning to confirm what those early practitioners already knew. Brain scans show meditation reshaping neural pathways. Doctors find it lowers stress, reduces pain, and even strengthens the heart. What was once the realm of mystics and monks is now studied in laboratories, revealing a practice as practical as it is profound. This evening we'll drift gently between ancient wisdom and modern discovery. You may find yourself growing calmer, or simply letting these quiet explorations carry you towards sleep. Before we begin, if you enjoy these calm journeys, consider liking and subscribing, or sharing your thoughts below. It helps others find their way here too, one sleepy soul at a time. But for now, let the day fade away. Let your breath steady and allow yourself to settle as we embark on this fascinating story. Let's begin. The earliest written records of meditation are more than 3,000 years old. Meditation may feel like a modern trend, but its written roots stretch deep into history. The earliest known records appear in the Vedas, the sacred texts of ancient India, which are over 3,000 years old. These writings describe practices of focused breathing, visualization, and self-inquiry designed to connect practitioners with the divine. Unlike simple relaxation, these early meditations were seen as pathways to wisdom and transcendence, tools for both spiritual awakening and practical clarity. What's remarkable is how much these teachings resemble modern techniques, sitting quietly, calming the breath, focusing awareness. The fact that people were deliberately cultivating inner stillness so long ago shows just how fundamental the desire for peace of mind has always been. Across millennia, through changing civilizations, wars, and discoveries, meditation endures. It may be the oldest science of consciousness we know, still practiced by millions today in forms strikingly close to its ancient origins. Ancient cave paintings suggest people practiced meditation long before writing existed. Even before words were etched into stone tablets or papyrus scrolls, humans were likely practicing forms of meditation. In caves scattered across India and the Himalayas, archaeologists have found ancient wall paintings depicting figures seated cross-legged, with eyes half closed and hands resting in symbolic gestures. These images are estimated to be thousands of years older than the earliest written accounts. They suggest that early humans already understood the value of turning inward, of seeking altered states not through tools or fire, but through the mind itself. What makes these depictions so striking is that they resemble postures still used today: the lotus position, the straight back, the calm face. It raises a fascinating possibility that meditation might be one of the oldest human practices, older than farming, older than writing, perhaps born from a primal need to sit in silence and find meaning in a world that often felt overwhelming. The word meditation comes from a Latin root meaning to ponder deeply. The word we use today has traveled far across cultures and centuries. Meditation comes from the Latin meditare, meaning to ponder, to reflect, or to consider deeply. In its earliest Western usage, the term did not mean emptying the mind, but filling it with contemplation, often on scripture, philosophy, or life's mysteries. Over time, as Eastern practices entered Europe, the word expanded to include techniques of stillness and silence rather than active thought. Yet the original meaning lingers. Meditation is still about turning the mind inward, paying careful attention and reflecting on existence itself. The evolution of the word reflects how adaptable the practice is. Whether as focused prayer, philosophical reflection, or mindful breathing, meditation has always been a way of stepping back from ordinary noise to consider life more deeply. A simple word, carrying echoes of thousands of years of human curiosity and inner exploration. Buddhist monks helped spread meditation across Asia along the Silk Road. The ancient Silk Road was not just a trade route for silk, spices, and jewels. It was also a highway of ideas. As Buddhist monks traveled from India through Central Asia, Tibet, China, and eventually Japan and Korea, they carried with them meditation practices that would shape cultures for centuries. These monks often journeyed on foot, stopping in cities and villages to share teachings, found monasteries, and translate sacred texts. Alongside trade goods, meditation flowed eastward, adapting to new languages and philosophies. In China, it merged with Taoist thought to form Chan Buddhism, which later became Zen in Japan. Each region shaped meditation in its own way, but the core practice, sitting in stillness, watching the mind, seeking awakening, remained intact. Without the Silk Road's vast cultural exchange, meditation might have remained confined to India. Instead, it became a global tradition, carried along dusty paths by monks in simple robes. Samurai warriors used meditation to steady their minds before battle. In medieval Japan, the samurai warrior was not only a fighter, but also a student of discipline, philosophy, and inner stillness. Many samurai turned to Zen Buddhism, which emphasized meditation as a way to sharpen awareness and cultivate fearlessness. Before battle, warriors would often sit in silence, steadying their breath, quieting thoughts, and centering their minds. The goal was not relaxation in the modern sense, but clarity, the ability to act without hesitation, to meet death without fear. Zen teachers compared this state to the calm eye of a storm, stillness in the midst of chaos. Samurai believed that mastering the self was as essential as mastering the sword. In fact, many martial arts were designed to be meditative in motion, blurring the line between combat and contemplation. This union of sword and stillness shaped Japanese culture, leaving a legacy of meditation as a path to courage as well as peace. Ancient Christian mystics practiced silent prayer that mirrors modern mindfulness. Long before the word mindfulness was popularized in the West, Christian mystics were exploring something strikingly similar. The Desert Fathers and Mothers of early Christianity, living in the deserts of Egypt and Syria, practiced forms of silent prayer, where the goal was to empty the mind of distraction and focus entirely on the presence of God. Rather than spoken liturgy, these practices emphasize stillness, repetition of simple phrases, and gentle awareness of the heart. Over centuries, this evolved into practices such as Lectio Divina and the prayer of the heart, which resemble modern meditative techniques. What's fascinating is how parallel these traditions are to Buddhist or Hindu meditation, despite emerging independently. They suggest that humans across cultures arrived at similar methods for quieting the mind. To the mystics, silence was not emptiness but fullness, a way to encounter the divine within, much like meditation seeks awareness beyond thought. Sufi mystics developed breathing meditations to enter states of ecstasy. In the heart of the Islamic mystical tradition known as Sufism, meditation often takes the form of rhythmic breathing, chanting, and repetition of sacred names. These practices were designed to awaken a sense of closeness to the divine, often leading to states of deep joy and ecstasy. Some Sufi orders developed breathing techniques synchronized with movement, like the famous whirling dances of the dervishes, where spinning became a form of meditation. In stillness, others practiced dihika, the remembrance of God, repeating phrases until the mind dissolved into devotion. These practices were not about escape, but about union, feeling immersed in love, presence, and light. What's remarkable is how scientific studies now show that such breathing patterns can alter brain activity and induce trance-like states. For Sufis, meditation was a path to losing the self entirely, so that only the divine remained, experienced in every breath and heartbeat. Indigenous tribes used meditative vision quests to seek guidance. Across the Americas, many indigenous peoples developed spiritual practices that combined solitude, fasting, and meditative stillness. A vision quest often involved going into nature alone, to a mountaintop, a forest clearing, or a desert plateau, and remaining there without food, sometimes for several days. The seeker would enter a meditative state, watching the mind, opening to dreams, and listening for signs in the natural world. These experiences were not considered fantasy, but revelations, offering guidance for personal growth or communal decisions. The stillness, the hunger, the isolation all sharpened awareness until ordinary perception seemed to expand into visions. While each culture's traditions were unique, the underlying principle resonates with meditation worldwide, that by quieting the body and mind, one can access truths normally hidden. These quests were a bridge between inner consciousness and the larger forces of nature, showing how meditation can connect the self to the cosmos. Taoist sages meditated on rivers and mountains to align with nature. In ancient China, Taoist sages developed meditation practices centered on harmony with the natural world. They believed that the Tao, the underlying flow of reality, could be felt most clearly in the stillness of mountains, rivers, and forests. Practitioners would sit for hours observing clouds drift, streams flow, or trees sway, using these rhythms as guides for their breath and awareness. This form of meditation was less about transcendence and more about attunement, aligning the body and mind with the endless cycles of nature. Taoist texts describe visualizations where energy, or qi, flows like a river through the body's channels, mirroring the rivers of the earth. The simplicity of these practices is striking. No elaborate rituals, just quiet presence in the living world. Modern science now shows that time in nature lowers stress and restores attention, echoing what Taoists intuited long ago, that stillness and wilderness are medicine for the mind. Early yogis described meditation as a way to dissolve the self. Among the yogic traditions of ancient India, meditation was not simply for relaxation, but for liberation. The early yogis taught that beneath the surface of ordinary thought lies a deeper reality, pure awareness, untouched by time, fear, or identity. To reach this state, the ego, or sense of self, must dissolve. Meditation was the tool, allowing practitioners to observe thoughts until they faded, to quiet the mind until what remained was a luminous stillness. Yogic texts like the Upanishads describe this as realizing the unity of the self-Atman with the ultimate reality Brahman. Modern practitioners often use meditation to reduce stress, but for the yogis, it was nothing less than a doorway to immortality and freedom from suffering. What's extraordinary is how these ancient descriptions align with reports from modern meditators, that in deep silence, the boundaries of the self can vanish, revealing something vast and timeless. Brain scans show meditation can physically thicken parts of the brain. Neuroscientists using MRI scans have discovered something extraordinary. Meditation doesn't just change how we feel, it can actually reshape the physical structure of the brain. Studies on long-term meditators reveal that regions linked to attention, decision-making, and self-control, especially the prefrontal cortex, are measurably thicker compared to those of non-meditators. This suggests that meditation is like mental exercise, strengthening neural pathways the way lifting weights strengthens muscles. What's most surprising is that these changes can occur after only weeks of consistent practice, showing that the brain is far more plastic and adaptable than once believed. In a world where stress and distraction often feel overwhelming, meditation offers a way to literally build resilience into the brain's architecture. It's a reminder that the mind isn't fixed or fragile. It is living tissue, shaped by where we place our awareness, sculpted one breath at a time. Regular practice reduces activity in the brain's fear center. Deep inside the brain lies the amygdala, a small almond-shaped structure that plays a huge role in generating fear and anxiety. Research has shown that meditation quiets activity in this region, reducing overreaction to stress. People who meditate regularly often describe feeling calmer in situations that once triggered panic, frustration, or dread. Brain scans confirm why. The amygdala becomes less reactive, while higher brain regions responsible for rational thought grow stronger connections. It's as though meditation shifts the balance of power away from raw emotional reactivity toward thoughtful response. This doesn't mean meditators stop feeling fear altogether. Fear is necessary for survival, but the volume is turned down, allowing more clarity. In an age where anxiety disorders affect millions, the ability of a simple practice to soothe the brain's alarm system is nothing short of remarkable, offering a modern scientific explanation for ancient claims of inner bhati, peace. Long-term meditators have more gray matter linked to memory. Gray matter is the brain's critical tissue, filled with nerve cell bodies that process information and support cognition. Studies comparing long-term meditators with non-meditators show significant increases in gray matter density, particularly in areas like the hippocampus, which is vital for memory and learning. This means that consistent meditation may help preserve or even enhance the brain's capacity to store and recall information. Some evidence even suggests it could slow the natural shrinkage of memory regions that happens with aging. Elderly meditators often demonstrate stronger recall and sharper mental clarity than their peers. The idea that sitting quietly and focusing inward could keep the mind youthful is both scientifically fascinating and deeply hopeful. While pills and technologies chase the promise of mental longevity, meditation has been offering it quietly for centuries, strengthening the very structures that allow us to hold on to knowledge, experience, and the SAS, story of who we are. Meditation reshapes the default mode network tied to daydreaming. The default mode network, or DMN, is a system of brain regions that lights up when we daydream, ruminate, or think about ourselves. While useful, an overactive DMN is linked to stress, worry, and even depression. Meditation appears to profoundly alter this network. Functional brain scans show that when meditators focus on the breath or cultivate mindfulness, activity in the DMN decreases, reducing cycles of unhelpful self-talk. Even more intriguingly, connections between the DMN and regions involved in present moment awareness become stronger, suggesting meditators are training the brain to notice when it drifts and gently return to now. This reshaping is like rewiring the mental background music that usually plays unnoticed. Instead of endless loops of worry or memory, meditation creates more space, more quiet. It explains why many practitioners report feeling lighter, less entangled in thought, and more anchored in the unfolding moment. The brain literally learns to wander less. Even a single session lowers measurable stress hormone levels. You don't need to spend years in a monastery to feel the effects of meditation. Researchers have found that even a single 20-minute session can significantly reduce cortisol, the primary hormone linked to stress. Cortisol spikes when we feel threatened, but in modern life, it often stays elevated due to constant pressure, deadlines, and overstimulation. High cortisol is connected to weight gain, sleep disruption, and weakened immunity. When volunteers were guided through simple meditation, their cortisol levels dropped, sometimes dramatically, compared to those who simply rested. This immediate effect highlights how quickly the mind and body respond to stillness. Imagine what repeated practice can achieve if a single session already shifts the body's chemistry. Meditation, in this sense, is like a reset button, lowering the storm of stress hormones, giving the nervous system a chance to recalibrate, and reminding us that peace is never as far away as it feels. Monks trained in meditation show unusually high gamma brain waves. Gamma brain waves are the fastest type of electrical activity in the brain, associated with heightened perception, learning, and deep states of clarity. When neuroscientists placed electrodes on the heads of Tibetan monks, they found levels of gamma activity far beyond what had ever been recorded in non-meditators. These waves didn't just spike briefly, but remained steady throughout meditation, suggesting that the monks had trained their brains into a different baseline state of awareness. Gamma is thought to be linked to moments of insight and the binding together of different sensory experiences into a unified whole. For advanced meditators, life itself may feel more integrated, vivid, and coherent. What's extraordinary is that these effects are not mystical abstractions. They are measurable brain patterns. Centuries of practice honed techniques that literally change the rhythms of the brain, producing states of consciousness scientists are still struggling to fully explain. Meditation strengthens the hippocampus, a hub for learning. The hippocampus, curled deep within the brain, is essential for forming new memories and navigating space. Chronic stress is known to damage it, shrinking its size and impairing memory. Meditation appears to counteract this effect. Studies using brain imaging show that consistent practice increases the volume of the hippocampus, protecting it against stress-related harm. Participants who meditated daily not only reported better emotional well-being, but also performed better on memory tasks compared to non-practicing peers. This suggests meditation acts as both a shield and a fertilizer for the hippocampus, protecting it from damage while encouraging growth. Since memory shapes identity, this effect runs deeper than recall alone. Meditation might literally help preserve who we are across time, keeping the thread of self intact even under pressure. It transforms the act of sitting quietly into an investment in the brain's ability to learn, adapt, and remember. Deep states can synchronize activity across both brain hemispheres. The human brain is divided into left and right hemispheres, each with different strengths, the left often tied to logic and language, the right to creativity and intuition. In ordinary life, they operate with only partial coordination. But during deep meditation, brain scans have revealed striking synchronization between hemispheres, as if both sides begin to hum in unison. This heightened coherence may explain why meditation can produce feelings of wholeness, clarity, or expanded awareness. When the brain's halves move together, perception itself can feel more seamless. Some researchers even suggest that this synchronization allows new pathways of insight, blending analytical thought with creative intuition. To experience such integration without external tools is remarkable. Through nothing more than breath and focus, the brain can unite its divided halves into a single harmonious rhythm, a neurological chorus that might be the foundation of meditation's most transcendent experiences. Some meditations produce brain patterns similar to lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is the state where a dreamer becomes aware they are dreaming, often able to control the unfolding scene. Intriguingly, researchers have found that certain meditation practices create brainwave activity strikingly similar to lucid dreams. Both involve increased activity in the prefrontal cortex, the area linked to self-awareness. Meditators sometimes report experiences like floating, vivid imagery, or a sense of being in a dreamlike state while fully awake. This overlap suggests that meditation taps into the same neural networks that allow us to recognize consciousness inside dreams. It also raises fascinating questions about how flexible awareness really is. Could meditation train people to enter lucid dreams more easily? Could dreams become another field of meditation practice? The boundary between waking and dreaming grows thin in these states, showing that consciousness is less a solid line and more a shifting spectrum, accessible with practice, focus, and curiosity. Advanced meditators sometimes show slowed aging of the brain. One of the most striking discoveries about meditation is its potential link to slower brain aging. As people grow older, brain volume naturally declines, and cognitive functions like memory and focus weaken. However, MRI studies of advanced meditators, people with decades of practice, reveal brains that appear younger than their chronological age. In some cases, the difference is equivalent to several additional years of preserved brain tissue. The mechanisms are not fully understood, but reduced stress, improved blood flow, and strengthened neural connections likely all play roles. Meditation may protect against age-related decline the way regular exercise protects muscles and joints. This finding carries profound implications. Inner stillness might not only enrich our present, but extend our mental clarity far into the future. Sitting quietly in this light is not wasted time, it is an act of preservation, a gift to the future self waiting years ahead. Meditation lowers blood pressure in many practitioners. High blood pressure or hypertension is one of the most widespread health challenges of modern life, raising the risk of heart attack and stroke. Remarkably, meditation can help lower blood pressure without medication. Studies show that practicing regularly, especially with breathing techniques, relaxes blood vessels and calms the nervous system, both of which contribute to healthier circulation. Some patients practicing meditation have been able to reduce their reliance on medication under medical supervision. What makes this so compelling is that the effect is achieved without side effects, relying only on the body's own ability to regulate itself when given the chance. By calming the mind, the body follows, releasing its constant state of high alert. For people surrounded by noise, deadlines, and pressure, meditation offers a powerful reminder. Stillness is not passive. It actively transforms physiology, gently guiding the heart and blood vessels toward balance and long-term health. Focused breathing improves oxygen flow through the body. When we are stressed, we often breathe quickly and shallowly, delivering less oxygen to the body and brain. Focused breathing in meditation reverses this pattern. By slowing and deepening the breath, meditators increase oxygen intake, allowing blood to carry more life-giving fuel to tissues. Brain scans show improved oxygenation during meditative breathing, which enhances alertness and clarity. Muscles also relax more fully when oxygen levels rise, creating a loop of calm. Athletes sometimes use meditation to train optimal breathing, demonstrating that its benefits extend beyond relaxation into performance. Breathing exercises also help balance carbon dioxide levels, stabilizing the body's internal chemistry. The most fascinating part is how something so simple, inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly, can have profound effects on energy, mood, and resilience. It transforms an unconscious habit into a tool for health, reminding us that the gateway to calm is literally in every breath we take. Stress-related inflammation drops after regular practice. Inflammation is the body's response to injury or threat, but when it becomes chronic, it contributes to illnesses ranging from arthritis to heart disease. Meditation has been shown to lower levels of inflammatory markers in the blood, such as C-reactive protein. This effect is tied to reduced stress. By calming the nervous system and lowering cortisol, the body enters a state where healing is prioritized instead of constant defense. Some studies even suggest that people practicing mindfulness recover more quickly from colds or other minor illnesses, thanks to lower inflammation. What's astonishing is that this healing influence emerges without medication. It comes from the mind influencing the body through calm attention. Ancient traditions claimed meditation could promote health, and modern science is now finding measurable biological pathways to support those claims. Each session may be quietly shifting the immune system toward balance, whispering heal instead of fight. Meditation can increase melatonin, the sleep hormone. Melatonin is the hormone that tells the body when it's time to sleep, rising naturally in the evening. Stress, screens, and irregular schedules can disrupt its production, leading to insomnia. Studies have shown that meditation, especially deep relaxation practices, increases natural melatonin levels. Practitioners often fall asleep more easily and wake feeling more rested. Unlike supplements which add melatonin artificially, meditation encourages the body to regulate itself. This may explain why people who meditate before bed report drifting off more peacefully. Monks in monasteries have long described using evening meditation as a gateway into sleep, and now biology confirms why it works. The ability to close the eyes, calm the mind, and let the body's chemistry shift into nighttime mode is both ancient wisdom and scientific fact. In an overstimulated world, meditation becomes a natural lullaby, written not in music, but in hormones flowing quietly through the bloodstream. Many meditators report faster recovery from illness. The immune system is deeply intertwined with stress. When stress levels are high, healing slows when calm is restored. The body directs energy toward repair. Research indicates that people who meditate regularly recover more quickly from illnesses, surgeries, or infections compared to non-meditators. Their bodies seem to allocate resources more efficiently, focusing on regeneration instead of defense. Some hospitals now incorporate meditation into patient care, particularly before and after surgery, to promote faster healing and reduce complications. The explanation may lie in a cascade of factors: lowered cortisol, reduced inflammation, better sleep, and improved blood flow. Together, they create a fertile environment for recovery. Ancient practitioners spoke of meditation as restoring balance to the body, and modern data suggests they were right. A few minutes of calm each day might shorten recovery times, revealing meditation not just as a mental tool, but as a partner in physical healing. Deep relaxation reduces tension in major muscle grips. We often carry stress in our bodies without realizing it: tight shoulders, clenched jaws, stiff backs. Meditation, especially practices involving body scanning, helps release this unconscious tension. By slowly bringing awareness to each part of the body, muscles soften, breathing deepens, and circulation improves. Studies using electromyography show reduced electrical activity in muscles after meditation, confirming what practitioners feel: a loosening of the knots we tie ourselves into daily. Over time, this relaxation becomes easier to access, like teaching the body a new habit of softness. Some people even report chronic pain easing after developing a meditation routine. The connection is simple but profound. What the mind releases, the body follows. In stillness, the body learns it doesn't have to stay braced for attack, and every sigh of relaxation is a signal that healing can begin. This invisible melting of tension is one of meditation's quiet miracles. Meditation helps regulate blood sugar levels. Diabetes and other blood sugar disorders are strongly influenced by stress. When stress hormones spike, blood sugar often rises, straining the body. Meditation, by calming the stress response, helps stabilize these fluctuations. Research shows that regular practice can improve insulin sensitivity, meaning the body uses sugar more efficiently. Some patients with type 2 diabetes who incorporate meditation into their care experience better control of their glucose levels. This doesn't replace medication, but adds a supportive dimension that tackles one of the root causes: constant stress. What's remarkable is how the mind can reach into the body's most delicate chemistry through the nervous system. Each slow breath nudges the endocrine system toward balance, creating conditions where blood sugar doesn't swing wildly. The ancients saw meditation as harmonizing inner energy. Modern science finds it also harmonizes inner chemistry, one calm session at a time. Resting heart rates often become slower and steadier. A calm heart is a sign of a calm nervous system. Meditators often show significantly lower resting heart rates compared to non-practitioners, a shift associated with better cardiovascular health. This effect comes from increased activation of the parasympathetic nervous system, sometimes called the rest and digest system, which counters the adrenaline-fueled fight or flight response. When parasympathetic activity rises, the heart beats more slowly and rhythmically, conserving energy and reducing strain. Over years, this adds up to significant protection against heart disease. Some athletes use meditation to regulate their pulse under pressure, training their hearts as well as their minds. The heart becomes more like a steady drum than a racing alarm bell. The profound beauty here is how inner stillness translates directly into the body's most essential rhythm. Every breath slows the beat slightly, teaching the heart to live not in urgency, but in calm endurance. Meditation balances neurotransmitters like serotonin. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter often nicknamed the happiness chemical because of its role in mood, appetite, and sleep. Low serotonin levels are linked to depression, anxiety, and fatigue. Meditation has been shown to increase serotonin availability in the brain, creating a more stable and positive mood. Dopamine, another neurotransmitter tied to reward and motivation, also rises during certain meditations, bringing a sense of ease and joy. Unlike drugs that flood the brain with chemicals artificially, meditation gently nudges the body into producing its own. This internal balance is why many practitioners describe a subtle glow or contentment after sitting in silence. It isn't a high that fades quickly, but a steady harmony. The science suggests that meditation doesn't just calm the mind, it tunes the brain's chemistry, as if playing a quiet, balancing melody that helps regulate thought, emotion, and energy throughout the day. Some studies suggest meditation strengthens immune defenses. A growing body of research shows that people who meditate regularly may have stronger immune responses. In controlled experiments, participants practicing mindfulness produced more antibodies in response to vaccines compared to control groups. Other studies found improved activity of natural killer cells, the body's frontline defenders against infection. The link appears to be reduced stress. When cortisol drops, the immune system rebounds, no longer suppressed by constant fight-or-flight signaling. This may explain why meditators often report fewer illnesses or quicker recovery times. The idea that simply sitting quietly and focusing on the breath could fortify the body's invisible shield against disease is astonishing. For centuries, spiritual traditions claimed meditation brought health as well as peace. Now, science provides evidence that this wasn't just metaphor. In a world where immune health is more important than ever, meditation offers a timeless, side-effect-free way to strengthen the body's natural defenses. Tibetan monks can raise their body heat with meditation alone. One of the most extraordinary demonstrations of meditation's power comes from Tibetan monks practicing a technique known as Tumo. This practice involves intense visualization, controlled breathing, and concentration on inner heat. Monks trained in Tumo have been observed sitting in freezing Himalayan temperatures, wrapped in wet sheets. Rather than shivering, they generate enough heat from within to dry the sheets and maintain body warmth. Scientists who studied these monks were astonished to record body temperature increases of several degrees Celsius in fingers and toes, produced without movement or external heat. The monks describe it not as a stunt, but as a spiritual exercise, training the mind to master the body's energy. What's remarkable is how this practice demonstrates the mind's ability to influence core physiological processes once thought automatic. Tumo shows us that the boundary between mind and body is far thinner than science once assumed. Certain yogis can slow their heartbeats dramatically. Advanced yogis have demonstrated an ability to control heart rate through meditation and breath regulation, sometimes slowing it to fewer than half its usual pace. Observers have recorded yogis entering deep states where their pulse became so faint it was nearly undetectable. To modern medicine, which considers the heartbeat largely automatic, this is an astonishing display of conscious influence over involuntary systems. The technique often involves extreme control of the vagus nerve, which regulates the heart. For yogis, slowing the pulse symbolizes mastery over fear and desire, cultivating a body at peace. Scientists studying these feats note that heart rate variability, a key measure of resilience, increases dramatically during such practices. This suggests meditators are not suppressing life but harmonizing with it, creating rhythms of rest that conserve energy. These extraordinary cases remind us that the limits of human physiology are far from fully mapped, and meditation is one way to explore them. Some can hold their breath for extraordinary lengths of time. Breathing is one of the body's most automatic functions, yet advanced meditators and yogis have shown an uncanny ability to slow and suspend it. Through practices like pranayama, some can hold their breath for minutes at a time without distress, lowering their oxygen consumption so the body requires far less. Observers describe states where the breath becomes so faint it seems to vanish entirely, a phenomenon called kevala kumbhaka. Far from suffocating, practitioners report a profound calm, as if the body's demand for air has melted away. Scientific measurements confirm that metabolic rate drops significantly, allowing survival on minimal oxygen. Such feats reveal the mind's influence on even the most basic survival processes. While not necessary for everyday meditation, they show just how adaptable the human system is. Breath, usually unconscious, becomes a doorway to altered states where the line between body and spirit seems to blur. Deep meditation can create a feeling of floating outside the body. Many meditators, especially those entering deep trance-like states, report sensations of floating, rising, or leaving the body altogether. These experiences, known as out-of-body states, have fascinated both spiritual traditions and neuroscientists. Brain imaging shows that such sensations often arise when the brain's parietal lobe, which helps map the body and space, becomes less active. With this mapping suspended, the mind may perceive itself as no longer anchored to physical form. For practitioners, these experiences can feel profoundly liberating, as if consciousness has expanded beyond its usual boundaries. Some describe hovering above their body or drifting through space in weightless stillness. Scientists caution that these are brain-generated perceptions, but even so, they point to meditation's power to radically alter self-experience. Whether interpreted as spiritual journeys or neurological phenomena, such states reveal how flexible our sense of being embodied really is, shifting with the quieting of thought. Some practitioners experience vivid inner lights and sounds. In deep meditation, it's not uncommon for practitioners to report seeing flashes of light, glowing colors, or hearing subtle inner sounds. Ancient yogic texts call these nada, inner sound, and jyoti, inner light. They are considered signs of the mind turning inward, releasing random sensory impressions as consciousness shifts. Neuroscientists suggest they may arise from spontaneous activity in visual and auditory regions of the brain when external input is minimized. For the meditator, these phenomena can feel awe-inspiring, a private light show within the darkness of closed eyes, or a gentle hum emerging from silence. Traditions often advise neither clinging to nor fearing them, treating them as natural byproducts rather than goals. Still, they remind us that the mind holds worlds within itself, capable of generating experiences rivaling those of waking life. In stillness, perception bends inward, revealing that the senses do not always require the outer world to awaken. A state of timelessness is often reported in long meditations. One of the most common yet mysterious reports from long meditation sessions is the sense that time itself has slowed, stopped, or disappeared altogether. Practitioners describe sitting for what felt like minutes, only to find hours had passed, or conversely, feeling immersed in vast timelessness during a short session. Neuroscience offers clues. Meditation alters activity in brain regions responsible for tracking time, particularly the insular and basal ganglia. When these rhythms shift, the ordinary ticking of inner clocks fades. For meditators, the experience can be deeply peaceful, a freedom from the constant pressure of minutes and deadlines. Ancient traditions describe this timelessness as touching eternity, glimpsing a state beyond birth and death. Whether explained scientifically or spiritually, the effect reveals how subjective and elastic time truly is. Meditation doesn't just change mood, it reshapes our most basic sense of existing within the flow of moments. Pain perception is reduced during focused meditation. Pain is one of the most universal human experiences, yet meditation can change how we feel it. Studies show that mindfulness reduces pain intensity by altering activity in brain regions like the anterior cingulate cortex and somatosensory areas. Rather than blocking the signal, meditation changes the relationship to it. Practitioners learn to observe pain without judgment, reducing suffering even if sensation remains. Some advanced meditators report undergoing medical procedures with little or no anesthesia, tolerating discomfort by focusing awareness. Experiments reveal that meditators often describe pain as less personal, as if it is happening but not overwhelming. This detachment doesn't numb life but transforms it, showing that perception is not fixed but malleable. The finding is revolutionary for pain management, offering hope for chronic pain sufferers. It confirms what meditators have said for centuries. While pain may be inevitable, suffering is often optional, shaped by the mind's stance. Time can feel slower or faster, depending on depth of focus. Meditators often notice that their perception of time shifts depending on the depth of concentration. In light states, minutes can drag, each second acutely noticed. In deeper absorption, hours can vanish in what feels like a heartbeat. Neuroscientists suggest this comes from attention networks. When focused, the brain processes fewer distractions, making time feel compressed. Conversely, when attention is scattered, every moment feels stretched. Meditation trains awareness to stabilize, creating conditions where time becomes flexible rather than rigid. This fluidity mirrors reports from athletes in flow states and artists lost in creation. What's unique in meditation is that this time bending arises from stillness rather than action. Experiencing hours as minutes, or minutes as hours, teaches an important truth. Time is not as absolute as clocks suggest. Our minds are active participants in shaping its flow, and meditation is one of the clearest ways to experience its pliability. Intense meditation sometimes produces waves of euphoria. While meditation is often associated with calm and quiet, some practitioners describe moments of overwhelming joy and bliss during practice. These waves of euphoria may arise unexpectedly, accompanied by tingling sensations, warmth, or feelings of expansion. Ancient texts refer to them as piti or rapture, signs of progress in concentration. Neuroscience links them to surges of dopamine and endorphins, the brain's natural pleasure chemicals. Unlike artificial highs, these states emerge naturally, often leaving meditators feeling uplifted long after the session ends. Teachers caution that while bliss can be motivating, clinging to it can become another distraction. The goal is balance, not constant ecstasy. Still, these episodes reveal meditation's profound capacity to transform consciousness, not only quieting fear and pain, but opening gateways to joy. They remind us that the mind is not merely a place of worry, it holds immense reservoirs of happiness waiting to be uncovered. Some practitioners experience hyper-awareness of subtle sounds. Meditation often sharpens the senses, and many practitioners report becoming aware of sounds they normally overlook. The faint hum of electricity, the rhythm of their own heartbeat, distant birdsong, or even the subtle chi. Movement of air. Neuroscience confirms that auditory processing can become heightened during mindfulness as attention filters less out. What's fascinating is that this heightened sensitivity often comes without overwhelm. Instead of irritation, sounds are perceived as part of a broader tapestry of awareness. Some traditions use this as a meditation focus, teaching students to rest in the awareness of sound without chasing it. For practitioners, the experience is humbling, a reminder of how much of reality we ignore in daily distraction. By sitting still, the hidden symphony of the world comes forward, revealing that silence is never empty, but filled with countless threads of subtle sound we usually rush past without hearing. Loving-kindness meditation boosts empathy toward strangers. Loving-kindness meditation, or metta, involves silently repeating phrases of goodwill toward oneself and others. Studies show that this practice increases activity in brain regions linked to empathy, like the anterior cingulate and insula. Participants practicing metta often become more compassionate, not only toward loved ones, but also strangers and even adversaries. Experiments demonstrate that after sessions, people are more likely to help others or show generosity. On a personal level, practitioners describe a warm, expanding feeling in the chest, as if kindness itself were radiating outward. This suggests that meditation doesn't only quiet the mind, but actively reshapes the heart. In societies struggling with division and conflict, the ability to deliberately cultivate empathy is nothing short of revolutionary. What begins as simple repetition of words grows into lived compassion, proving that emotions are not fixed traits, but skills that can be strengthened through practice, one silent wish at a time. Meditation helps calm cycles of negative thinking. The human mind often loops in cycles of worry, regret, or self-criticism. Meditation interrupts these spirals. By teaching practitioners to notice thoughts without attaching to them, mindfulness loosens the grip of negativity. Brain imaging shows decreased activity in the default mode network associated with rumination during meditation. People struggling with depression often find relief through mindfulness-based therapies, which are now widely used in clinical settings. The experience is subtle but powerful. Instead of being trapped inside thoughts, meditators learn to watch them pass like clouds across the sky. This shift doesn't erase problems but changes the relationship to them, reducing their power. Many report that after weeks of practice, their inner dialogue grows quieter and kinder. Negative thinking no longer feels like an endless tide but a passing wave. Meditation, then, is not about forcing positivity, but about creating space where thoughts can rise and fall without taking over. Gratitude meditation strengthens long-term optimism. Gratitude meditation involves focusing on the people, moments, or conditions in life that bring thankfulness. Research shows that regular gratitude practice rewires the brain toward optimism, increasing activity in areas associated with reward and motivation. Meditators often report that over time, small joys, sunlight through a window, A kind word, a warm meal, evokes stronger happiness. This shift accumulates, creating a more resilient mindset that sees possibilities rather than obstacles. Unlike fleeting bursts of positive thinking, gratitude meditation cultivates a lasting orientation toward noticing the good. It reduces envy and comparison, replacing them with appreciation for what already exists. Over months and years, practitioners often describe their worldview transforming into one of abundance rather than lack. Science confirms what wisdom traditions long taught, that gratitude is a practice, not just a feeling. Through meditation, optimism is not left to chance. It is deliberately grown, one thankful thought at a time. Mindfulness reduces symptoms of anxiety and depression. Among the most studied applications of meditation is its impact on mental health. Mindfulness-based stress reduction and mindfulness-based cognitive therapy have been shown in clinical trials to significantly reduce symptoms of both anxiety and depression. The practice teaches patients to notice thoughts and feelings without judgment, breaking the cycle of identification that fuels suffering. Neuroimaging reveals changes in the amygdala and prefrontal cortex, supporting improved regulation of mood. Unlike medications, which can carry side effects, mindfulness has virtually none and can be practiced anywhere. Patients often describe a sense of reclaiming control over their inner lives, no longer feeling at the mercy of intrusive thoughts. The approach is now recommended by mental health professionals worldwide as a frontline treatment. Meditation doesn't promise a life without pain or sadness, but it offers tools to navigate them with more steadiness, turning the mind from an enemy into an ally. Couples who meditate together often feel closer. Meditation, though practiced individually, can become a shared experience that strengthens relationships. Couples who meditate together frequently report deeper communication, greater patience, and stronger emotional bonds. Studies suggest that joint mindfulness increases empathy and reduces reactivity during conflicts, allowing partners to respond with understanding instead of anger. Some relationship therapists now incorporate meditation as a way to rebuild trust and intimacy. The practice creates moments of shared stillness, where both partners set aside distractions and simply breathe in the same rhythm. This can generate a subtle but powerful sense of unity, as if their awareness overlaps. For couples navigating the pressures of modern life, these moments of calm together can act like anchors, keeping relationships steady amid storms. Beyond romance, even friends or family members who meditate side by side often notice greater harmony. Meditation shows that silence, when shared, can speak louder than words. Meditation reduces the intensity of sudden anger. Anger often arises like a lightning strike, sudden, overwhelming, and difficult to control. Meditation helps reduce its intensity by training awareness of early bodily signals, tightening jaws, quickening breath, or rising heat. With practice, meditators learn to notice these signs before anger erupts fully, allowing space for choice. Neuroimaging shows decreased reactivity in the amygdala, the brain's emotional alarm system, among regular practitioners. This biological shift mirrors the lived experience of feeling less hijacked by rage. Instead of fueling the fire, meditation pours in cool awareness, letting anger pass more quickly. Teachers often emphasize that the goal is not suppression but understanding, seeing anger clearly without being consumed by it. Over time, this transforms relationships, reducing hurtful outbursts and fostering compassion. Meditation becomes like a pause button for the mind, offering just enough space for wisdom to slip in where fury once ruled. Many report feeling less lonely after group meditation. Loneliness is a growing concern worldwide, often linked to poorer physical and mental health. Group meditation offers a powerful antidote. Sitting in silence with others creates a sense of connection that transcends words. Studies show that participants in group mindfulness programs often report reduced loneliness and increased feelings of belonging. This is partly psychological, simply being present with others, but also neurological. Practices like loving-kindness meditation activate brain networks tied to social bonding, even without verbal interaction. Some traditions view group meditation as amplifying the energy of practice, a collective field of calm that supports each individual. Whether explained spiritually or scientifically, the result is the same. Meditators leave feeling less isolated. In a world where many feel unseen or disconnected, group meditation provides a quiet reminder that we are not alone, that even in silence, community can be profoundly felt. Children taught meditation show better emotional control. Introducing meditation to children has been shown to improve focus, reduce stress, and enhance emotional regulation. Programs in schools demonstrate that even simple breathing exercises help students calm themselves during frustration or anxiety. Teachers report fewer behavioral problems and greater classroom cooperation when mindfulness is part of the daily routine. Neurological studies indicate that young brains are especially responsive to these practices, building stronger pathways for self-control that can last into adulthood. Children often describe meditation playfully, as a way to push the pause button on overwhelming feelings. Beyond academics, these skills foster resilience in everyday challenges, giving children tools many adults only discover later in life. Watching children sit quietly, eyes closed, breathing slowly, is a reminder that peace isn't an advanced secret. It's something anyone can learn. By planting seeds of mindfulness early, entire generations may grow up more grounded and compassionate. Meditation can increase patience in daily life. In a world of instant messaging and constant stimulation, patience feels rare. Meditation directly cultivates it. By training attention to rest on the breath or a mantra, the mind learns to tolerate pauses without agitation. Over time, this ability spills into daily life. Practitioners often notice they react less harshly to delays, frustrations, or setbacks. Neuroscience supports this, showing strengthened connections in areas tied to self-regulation. Patience becomes less about forcing calm and more about naturally extending it. This change is subtle but transformative. Traffic jams no longer feel unbearable. Waiting in line becomes neutral, even conversations flow more gently. Meditation essentially retrains the nervous system to slow down, to resist the constant urge for immediate results. The result is not only less stress, but deeper enjoyment of the present moment. Life becomes less about rushing to the next thing, and more about inhabiting what is right here. Practicing stillness often brings stronger resilience to stress. Stress is unavoidable, but our response to it can be trained. Meditation builds resilience by calming the baseline of the nervous system. When challenges arise, meditators recover more quickly, avoiding the prolonged spikes of cortisol and adrenaline that wear the body down. This resilience shows up in studies measuring heart rate variability, cortisol levels, and even subjective stress ratings. Meditators consistently bounce back faster than non-practitioners. The practice doesn't remove life's pressures, but equips people to meet them with steadiness. Over months and years, this cumulative effect creates individuals who weather storms with more grace. The metaphor often used is that of the ocean. While waves still rise and fall, meditation anchors awareness in the deep, unmoved currents below. Stress still comes, but it no longer defines the entire experience. Resilience becomes less about pushing through and more about standing rooted, calm in the face of life's tempests. Schools worldwide are adopting daily meditation sessions. Across the globe, schools are weaving meditation into the rhythm of daily learning. From primary classrooms to universities, Teachers are setting aside minutes for silence, breathing, or guided mindfulness. The results are striking. Children show improved focus, fewer behavioral outbursts, and greater emotional resilience. In some schools, meditation has replaced detention, with students spending time in quiet reflection instead of punishment, leading to drops in suspension rates. Teachers themselves report calmer classrooms and reduced stress in their own work. The practice is simple, requiring no equipment, yet its effects ripple through academics and social life alike. By normalizing meditation early, schools are helping children grow up with tools for self-regulation, patience, and awareness. It's not just about better grades. It's about equipping young minds for life. Meditation in education represents a cultural shift, suggesting that stillness is as essential to learning as reading, writing, and numbers. Olympic athletes use meditation to sharpen focus. At the highest levels of sport, where milliseconds or millimeters can decide victory, mental training is as crucial as physical. Many Olympic athletes practice meditation to refine concentration, manage stress, and enter flow states on command. Mindfulness helps them quiet distracting thoughts and remain fully present during competition, whether it's a gymnast balancing on the beam, a sprinter waiting for the starting gun, or an archer steadying their breath. Before release, some coaches incorporate meditation into regular training, treating it like a workout for the mind. Athletes report that meditation sharpens reaction times, improves sleep, and fosters resilience after setbacks. The science supports them. Meditation reduces cortisol, steadies heart rate, and enhances attention networks in the brain. For Olympians, meditation isn't about relaxation. It's about precision and control under unimaginable pressure. It reveals that mastery in sport, as in life, depends as much on the mind as the body. Corporate leaders use mindfulness to make decisions calmly. In the boardrooms of Fortune 500 companies and startups alike, meditation has found an unexpected home. Corporate leaders increasingly practice mindfulness as a way to cut through noise, reduce stress, and make clearer decisions. The high-stakes world of business often demands split-second choices under pressure, and meditation provides a mental pause that prevents rash reactions. Executives report improved creativity, stronger emotional intelligence, and better relationships with colleagues. Some companies even host daily mindfulness sessions for employees, recognizing that calmer minds lead to more sustainable productivity. Neuroscience confirms these benefits. Meditation strengthens the prefrontal cortex, associated with planning and judgment, while quieting the amygdala, the stress alarm. This balance fosters level-headed leadership in chaotic environments. In many ways, meditation represents a quiet rebellion against burnout culture, a reminder that success doesn't have to mean constant frenzy, and that calm minds may ultimately build stronger, more resilient organizations. Some prisons run meditation programs that reduce violence. In some of the world's toughest environments, meditation is being used as a surprising tool for peace. Prison systems in countries like India and the United States have introduced meditation programs for inmates, often based on Vipassana or mindfulness traditions. The results are remarkable. Participants report reduced anger, greater self-control, and even feelings of forgiveness. Correctional officers often notice fewer violent incidents among those practicing regularly. One famous experiment in an Indian prison involved thousands of inmates participating in 10-day silent retreats, transforming the atmosphere from hostility to calm. Critics initially doubted meditation could reach hardened criminals, but the evidence suggests otherwise. Meditation provides inmates with a way to confront guilt, manage impulse, and find a measure of inner peace, even behind bars. It doesn't excuse crimes, but it shows that stillness can be a powerful rehabilitative force. In the silence of meditation, even lives marked by violence can begin to soften. Soldiers practice meditation to recover from trauma. The stresses of combat leave deep marks, with post-traumatic stress disorder affecting many soldiers worldwide. Meditation is now being studied as a tool to help veterans manage trauma, anxiety, and depression. Mindfulness-based programs are taught on military bases and in hospitals, giving soldiers techniques to calm flashbacks and ground themselves in the present moment. Research shows reduced symptoms of PTSD among those who practice regularly, alongside improvements in sleep and emotional regulation. Meditation may help retrain the nervous system, which in trauma survivors often remain stuck in fight-or-flight mode. To some, it becomes a lifeline, offering a gentle path back to safety within their own minds. Ancient practices designed for monks and sages are now helping warriors heal, bridging past and present in unexpected ways. Meditation in this context is not about philosophy. It is about survival, recovery, and finding peace after unimaginable experiences. Musicians use meditation to manage stage fright. Performing in front of thousands can be exhilarating, but also terrifying. Many musicians use meditation to calm nerves, steady breath, and center themselves before stepping on stage. By focusing on the present moment rather than imagined failures, they reduce anxiety and enhance flow. Some incorporate breathing practices into warm-ups, syncing their calm with their instrument. Neuroscience explains why this works. Meditation reduces cortisol and enhances control over the autonomic nervous system, preventing the surge of adrenaline that can make hands shake or voices tremble. Beyond performance, musicians report that meditation deepens their listening, making them more attuned to sound and nuance. For artists whose careers demand vulnerability under bright lights, meditation becomes both shield and amplifier, quieting fear while opening creativity. It's a reminder that the same silence that soothes monks in temples can also steady trembling fingers on a concert stage. Writers use meditation to spark creativity. Writers often face the dreaded blank page, where ideas refuse to flow. Meditation has become a tool for breaking through this creative block. By sitting in silence, observing thoughts without judgment, writers create space for new ideas to surface. Some describe inspiration arriving unexpectedly during or just after meditation, as if the mind had been unclogged. Neuroscience supports this, linking meditation to increased activity in regions tied to divergent thinking, the ability to generate many ideas. Writers from novelists to poets report that meditation sharpens awareness of language, rhythm, and imagery. The practice also builds patience, crucial for long projects requiring months or years of focus. In a culture obsessed with constant output, meditation provides permission to pause, listen inward, and let creativity rise naturally. It is not just a tool for reducing stress, it is a doorway to imagination itself, opening pages from the quietest corners of the mind. Meditation retreats attract thousands of global travelers. Around the world, meditation retreats draw people seeking silence, stillness, and renewal. These retreats range from remote monasteries in the Himalayas to modern centers in bustling cities. Some last a weekend, others stretch for months, often in silence. Participants step away from phones, work, and constant noise, immersing themselves in meditation for hours each day. Many describe the experience as life-changing, providing clarity that everyday life obscures. Retreats often blend traditions: Vipassana, Zen, mindfulness, or yoga, each offering unique entry points into awareness. The popularity of such retreats shows a growing hunger for stillness in a fast-paced world. People cross continents to sit quietly, something their ancestors might have done naturally in daily life. The paradox is striking. In order to truly rest, Many travel far and invest significant effort. Yet what they discover in those quiet halls is often something priceless: the ability to simply be. Meditation apps are downloaded by millions each year. Technology, often blamed for distraction, is now helping people rediscover stillness. Meditation apps with guided practices, calming music, and reminders to breathe are downloaded by millions annually. These apps bring ancient techniques into pockets and purses, available anytime, anywhere. For beginners, they provide an accessible entry point, removing the intimidation of unfamiliar traditions. For experienced meditators, they offer structure and consistency. The sheer scale of downloads reflects a cultural shift. In an age of endless scrolling, many are actively seeking the opposite: silence, focus, and inner calm. While some worry about the commercialization of meditation, others see apps as a democratization, making practices once confined to monasteries available globally. They reveal a truth. Even in the digital age, people yearn for moments of quiet. Meditation, whether guided by a monk in a temple or a voice in headphones, continues to adapt while keeping its timeless heart. The Dalai Lama regularly collaborates with neuroscientists on meditation research. One of the most prominent global voices for meditation, the Dalai Lama has long advocated for dialogue between spirituality and science. He regularly collaborates with neuroscientists, lending the participation of Tibetan monks to groundbreaking brain studies. These collaborations have revealed remarkable insights, such as the gamma wave activity found in advanced meditators. The Dalai Lama's openness reflects a key Buddhist principle: truth should be tested through experience and inquiry, not accepted blindly. His willingness to place ancient practices under scientific scrutiny has helped bridge the gap between East and West, convincing skeptics that meditation is more than mysticism. For decades, he has encouraged research into compassion, mindfulness, and the brain, leading to a growing body of peer-reviewed evidence. The partnership demonstrates something beautiful: that wisdom traditions and modern science are not enemies but allies, working together to explore the vast landscape of the human mind. In India, meditation festivals draw millions of participants. India, the birthplace of many meditation traditions, still celebrates them on a massive scale. At events like the Kumbh Mela, millions gather along sacred rivers to pray, meditate, and practice rituals. These festivals, sometimes among the largest human gatherings on Earth, turn entire cities into seas of silence and devotion. Practitioners from diverse backgrounds, monks, yogis, and everyday seekers unite in shared stillness, creating an atmosphere described as both overwhelming and profoundly peaceful. Beyond spiritual significance, these gatherings show meditation's enduring cultural power, attracting not only locals but international travelers seeking authentic immersion. The scale is hard to imagine: millions sitting quietly together, eyes closed, breath steady, amidst the chaos of festival life. It demonstrates how meditation is not only a personal journey, but a collective force capable of shaping entire communities. In India, meditation is not a niche. It is woven into the fabric of society. Zen monasteries in Japan maintain centuries-old meditation traditions. Japan's Zen monasteries remain among the world's most dedicated centers of meditation practice. Here, monks and lay practitioners alike gather for zazen, or seated meditation, often for hours each day. These traditions have been preserved with remarkable continuity for centuries, tracing back to the influence of Chinese Chan Buddhism. Life in a Zen monastery is deliberately simple: rising before dawn, long hours of silence, periods of work and study interspersed with meditation. The focus is on direct experience rather than elaborate ritual, simply sitting, observing the mind, and awakening to presence. Visitors describe the atmosphere as austere yet serene, where the sound of a bell or the sweep of a broom becomes meditation itself. These monasteries serve as living reminders of a culture that valued stillness as much as action. In a world of acceleration, Zen continues to embody an ancient rhythm, patient, deliberate, timeless. Thai temples teach meditation to thousands of lay people. In Thailand, meditation is not confined to monasteries, it is part of daily life. Thousands of temples across the country open their doors to lay people seeking instruction. Visitors sit alongside monks, learning techniques like mindfulness of breathing or loving-kindness meditation. Retreats range from short weekend immersions to multi-week silent stays. For many Thais, meditation is as natural as prayer or charity, woven into the rhythm of life. International travelers also flock to Thailand for meditation training, drawn by the accessibility and warmth of the tradition. What makes this remarkable is the scale. Thousands of temples, millions of practitioners, each carrying forward a lineage centuries old. The atmosphere is welcoming. Meditation here is not reserved for the elite or scholarly, but for anyone with curiosity. Thai temples embody a truth at the heart of Buddhism, that stillness belongs to everyone, and awakening is always within reach. Korean martial arts integrate meditation into training. In Korea, martial arts like Taekwondo and Hapkido incorporate meditation as an essential complement to physical practice. Students often begin and end training sessions with moments of seated stillness, focusing on breath and calming the mind. The philosophy is that true mastery comes not only from physical skill, but from mental clarity. Meditation trains practitioners to remain composed under pressure, to channel energy efficiently, and to avoid reckless aggression. This integration reflects a broader East Asian view that body and mind are inseparable, each shaping the other. Martial artists report that meditation improves focus, resilience, and even reaction time. The discipline of combat thus becomes inseparable from the discipline of stillness. For many, this union transforms martial arts from mere sport into a path of self-cultivation. The silent bow at the start of practice is more than respect. It is the doorway into meditation, balance, and harmony. Walking meditation is central to Vietnamese Buddhism. In Vietnamese Buddhist tradition, meditation is not confined to sitting. Walking itself becomes a practice. Monks and lay people alike engage in walking meditation, moving slowly, each step synchronized with the breath. The focus is on full awareness of movement, lifting, stepping, placing. Teachers like Thich Nolito Wanya 50 or Lito Wanya WaninH brought this practice to global attention, describing it as peace with every step. Walking meditation allows mindfulness to integrate seamlessly into daily life, transforming ordinary movement into spiritual practice. Unlike seated meditation, which can feel abstract, walking connects awareness directly to the body and earth. Practitioners describe a sense of deep grounding, as if each step plants them more firmly in the present moment. It shows that meditation need not be about withdrawal from life. It can be about engaging more fully with it, even in the simplest act of walking across the ground beneath one's feet. Chinese Qigong blends meditation with movement. Qigong, a Chinese practice dating back thousands of years, combines gentle physical movements, controlled breathing, and meditative awareness. Unlike seated meditation, Qigong engages the body, cultivating the flow of qi, or vital energy. Practitioners describe feeling warmth, tingling, or waves of energy as they move through postures. Scientifically, Qigong has been linked to reduced stress, improved balance, and greater vitality. The meditative aspect is central. Movements are performed slowly, with complete attention, turning physical exercise into a form of moving meditation. In parks across China, groups of elderly practitioners can be seen performing Qigong at dawn, embodying health and longevity through this blend of body and mind. What makes Qigong unique is its accessibility. Anyone, regardless of age, can practice it. It shows that meditation need not be still. Awareness can be cultivated in motion, with every slow gesture and deliberate breath carrying mindfulness. Tibetan visualization involves imagining entire cosmic realms. In Tibetan Buddhism, meditation often includes intricate visualization practices. Practitioners may imagine deities, mandalas, or even entire universes in vivid detail, holding these images in the mind for extended periods. Far from fantasy, these visualizations are seen as tools for training concentration and embodying spiritual qualities. Creating such elaborate inner landscapes requires extraordinary focus, often developed over years of practice. Neuroscience suggests that visualization strengthens the same brain networks used in perception, blurring the line between imagination and reality. For practitioners, the experience can feel as vivid as waking life, a testament to the mind's creative power. These practices also serve symbolic purposes. By visualizing compassion, wisdom, or divine forms, meditators seek to cultivate those qualities within themselves. Tibetan visualization shows meditation as not only about emptiness, but about creation, constructing entire realms within consciousness as a mirror of deeper truths about mind and cosmos. Islamic dhikr involves meditative repetition of divine names. Within Islamic mysticism, the practice of dhikr, remembrance, is a form of meditation involving the repetition of divine names or sacred phrases. Practitioners chant silently or aloud, focusing wholly on the rhythm of words and breath. Over time, this repetition brings a profound sense of presence, as if every heartbeat and breath is filled with remembrance of God. Some traditions practice silent dhikr, turning inward with the same devotion but without sound. Modern studies suggest that rhythmic repetition, whether words or breath, can lower stress, calm the nervous system, and enhance focus. For Sufi mystics, dhikr is not just relaxation, but union, dissolving the self in divine love. The beauty of this practice lies in its simplicity. Anyone can repeat a phrase, yet the depth it opens can feel infinite. It demonstrates how meditation across cultures often centers on the same timeless act, focused, loving attention. Shamans in South America use meditative stillness in rituals. Among indigenous cultures of South America, shamans often employ meditation-like practices as part of healing and spiritual ceremonies. In addition to ritual tools like drums or plants, shamans sit in extended stillness, focusing inward to enter altered states. This quiet presence allows them to guide others through visions, healing journeys, or ceremonies of renewal. Unlike purely solitary meditation, shamanic stillness is often practiced in service to the community, aiming to restore balance between individuals and the natural world. Anthropologists note striking similarities between these meditative states and those reported by practitioners worldwide: timelessness, expanded awareness, and deep calm. What's unique in shamanic traditions is the integration with nature and ritual. Stillness is not isolation, but a channel for connection with forests, rivers, ancestors, and spirits. It reminds us that meditation is not only about self-awareness, but also about attuning to the greater web of life. Meditation has appeared in nearly every human culture. From deserts to mountains, monasteries to villages, meditation has emerged in some form in nearly every human culture. Ancient Hindus, Buddhists, Taoists, Christians, Muslims, Jews, and indigenous peoples all developed practices of stillness, silence, and focused attention. Though methods vary, chanting, breath control, visualization, prayer, the underlying impulse is universal, the human longing to quiet the mind and reach beyond ordinary awareness. Anthropologists suggest that meditation may be as fundamental to humanity as music or storytelling, a natural expression of consciousness seeking itself. This universality makes meditation one of the rare practices that unites rather than divides cultures. Whether performed in a Himalayan cave, a desert monastery, or a city apartment, meditation reflects the same timeless quest. It reveals that across languages, religions, and continents, people have always shared one astonishing truth: that in silence, something profound can be found. Deep meditation can feel like dissolving into infinite space. One of the most profound experiences reported in meditation is the sensation of dissolving into boundless space. Practitioners describe losing the ordinary sense of body and self, replaced by a vast openness stretching without edges. Ancient Buddhist texts call this the formless realm, where perception expands beyond all boundaries. Neuroscience offers some clues. When the brain's parietal lobe, the area responsible for mapping the body in space, becomes quiet, the usual sense of location fades. What remains is pure awareness, without a center. People often describe this as deeply peaceful, filled with awe, or even terrifying if unexpected. Spiritual teachers emphasize that such states reveal the illusory nature of separateness, showing consciousness itself as spacious and interconnected. Whether seen as a mystical union or a shift in brain processing, the experience points to something extraordinary. Within silence, we may discover that the self is not confined, but infinite. Some report weightless sensations while sitting completely still. Although meditation is done in stillness, many practitioners describe sensations of floating or becoming lighter, as though gravity has loosened its grip. Some even feel themselves rising upward, though their bodies remain seated. These experiences are surprisingly common across traditions, from Buddhist monks to yogic practitioners. Scientists suggest they may come from changes in the brain's vestibular system, which governs balance and orientation. When external input is minimized and inner focus deepens, signals about the body's position can become altered, creating feelings of weightlessness. For meditators, the experience can be profoundly relaxing, as if the body itself has let go of burdens. Teachers often advise simply observing the sensation without attachment. Whether neurological or mystical, the effect offers a glimpse into how malleable perception can be. Even sitting motionless, the mind can make us feel as though we are adrift in space, light as air, free of heaviness. Meditators often describe merging with timeless awareness. In advanced states of meditation, practitioners sometimes report a sense of merging with pure awareness itself, a presence without past or future, without division between self and world. Time seems irrelevant, thoughts fall silent, and what remains is described as a luminous clarity. Mystics across cultures have echoed similar descriptions. Christian contemplatives called it union with God, while Buddhists speak of non-duality. Neuroscience shows reduced activity in the default mode network, which normally maintains a sense of individual identity. With this network quieted, the boundaries between self and other can dissolve. The experience is often transformative, leaving practitioners with a sense of deep peace and connection long after meditation ends. Whether framed in religious, philosophical, or scientific terms, this merging points to meditation's most mysterious promise, that beneath the surface of mind lies a vast awareness that feels universal, timeless, and intimately alive. Focus can make each passing second feel sharper. Meditation sharpens attention to such a degree that each passing second can feel unusually vivid. Practitioners sometimes describe hearing sounds more clearly, noticing subtle sensations in the body, or perceiving time as divided into fine grains of awareness. This heightened perception is linked to increased activation in the brain's prefrontal cortex, which governs attention and focus. In this state, ordinary moments, the sound of a bird, the flicker of a candle, appear luminous and precise, as though seen for the first time. Far from overwhelming, many find it beautiful, like stepping into high-definition reality. Philosophers suggest this reveals how much of life we normally miss, lost in distraction. Meditation doesn't create new reality, but removes filters, letting raw experience shine through. Each second becomes not just something to pass through, but something to inhabit fully, reminding us that presence turns even ordinary time into something extraordinary. Yogic texts describe meditating on entire universes inside the mind. Ancient yogic scriptures contain extraordinary descriptions of meditation practices where the mind itself becomes a cosmos. Practitioners were instructed to visualize stars, galaxies, and even entire universes within themselves, contemplating infinity unfolding inwardly. These practices were not fantasy, but techniques for expanding awareness beyond the limits of the small self. The yogis believed that by meditating on universes within, one could glimpse the unity of inner and outer reality, but consciousness itself contained the cosmos. Modern psychology views such practices as advanced forms of visualization, training concentration and imagination to extraordinary levels. Yet for practitioners, the experience can feel astonishingly real, as if the vastness of space truly dwells inside the mind. This convergence of mysticism and meditation suggests a timeless truth. The human imagination, when harnessed by focus, is limitless. In stillness, the boundary between inner and outer dissolves, and the universe itself may be found within. Some describe hearing a subtle inner hum during silence. A curious phenomenon reported in meditation is the spontaneous emergence of a subtle inner sound, often described as a hum, buzz, or faint ringing. Yogic traditions call this the nada, or inner sound current, said to arise when the mind grows quiet enough to perceive subtler layers of awareness. Neuroscientists suggest it may come from heightened sensitivity to the brain's own electrical activity, normally drowned out by external input. Whatever the cause, meditators often find it deeply calming, a natural anchor for attention. Some traditions even make this inner hum the focus of practice, following it into deeper stillness. The experience highlights a profound paradox. Silence is never truly silent. Beneath the absence of noise lies a delicate vibration, perhaps the nervous system's whisper, perhaps something more mysterious. Listening inward reveals that even in absolute quiet, consciousness itself seems to sing, softly, endlessly, within. Astronauts have tested meditation to reduce stress in orbit. Life aboard a spacecraft is stressful. Confined quarters, weightlessness, high stakes, and the constant hum of machinery. To manage this, astronauts have experimented with meditation while orbiting Earth. NASA and other space agencies have studied mindfulness as a way to reduce anxiety, improve focus, and support mental health in microgravity. Astronauts report that meditation helps them cope with isolation and the overwhelming sight of Earth from orbit, which can stir both awe and homesickness. Interestingly, weightlessness enhances certain meditation experiences, amplifying sensations of floating and expansion. By calming the nervous system, astronauts maintain clarity in environments where mistakes can be fatal. The fact that techniques developed in ancient temples are now used in outer space underscores meditation's adaptability. Whether in a Himalayan cave or a space station, the human mind seeks stillness, and meditation proves to be a universal tool for balance, even beyond our planet. Meditation is being studied as training for Mars missions. Future Mars missions will involve crews spending years in confined spacecraft, facing extreme isolation and psychological strain. Scientists are exploring meditation as a vital training tool to prepare astronauts for these challenges. Simulations on Earth suggest mindfulness can help regulate emotions, reduce conflict among team members, and preserve mental health in long-duration missions. The practice teaches astronauts to manage boredom, anxiety, and interpersonal stress during months of confinement. Researchers also believe meditation could improve sleep quality, crucial when circadian rhythms are disrupted by artificial lighting. If humanity is to reach Mars, it won't only require advanced rockets and engineering, but also resilient minds. And meditation may be one of the simplest yet most effective technologies available. The idea that astronauts could survive years in space, thanks partly to a practice invented thousands of years ago, is a striking reminder of meditation's timeless relevance. Neuroscientists are exploring links between meditation and time perception. One of the most intriguing frontiers of meditation research involves time itself. Neuroscientists are studying how meditation alters brain networks involved in measuring time, particularly in the prefrontal cortex and basal ganglia. Long-term meditators often report radical shifts in temporal perception, from timelessness to hyper-awareness of each moment. Experiments show that mindfulness can lengthen subjective time, making participants feel as though intervals are longer than they are, perhaps by increasing attention to detail. This suggests meditation doesn't only calm the mind, it reshapes the very fabric of experience. If time is partly constructed by the brain, meditation reveals how flexible that construction can be. Some researchers speculate that altered time perception may underlie the profound sense of spaciousness and freedom reported by advanced meditators. It's a reminder that time is not absolute. It bends, stretches, and dissolves in the silence of meditation. Some meditators feel as though boundaries of the body dissolve. As meditation deepens, practitioners sometimes describe losing the usual sense of where their body ends and the world begins. Skin no longer feels like a barrier. Instead, awareness seems to expand outward, merging with space. Neuroscientists believe this may occur when brain regions responsible for mapping the body's boundaries, like the parietal lobe, quiet down. The experience can feel liberating, as if the separation between self and environment has melted away. Some traditions interpret this as realizing non-duality, the truth that self and world are not two, but one. Practitioners often describe lasting effects, feeling more connected to nature, people, and life after such experiences. Whether framed scientifically or spiritually, the boundary-dissolving quality of meditation is transformative. It shows that our sense of being an isolated self is more fragile and more flexible than we think. In stillness, we rediscover our inseparability from everything. Nikola Tesla claimed meditation inspired his insights. The brilliant inventor Nikola Tesla often spoke of receiving sudden visions of machines, designs, and ideas in complete detail. He described these flashes as arriving fully formed, needing no blueprint. Tesla credited states of deep concentration and inward focus, remarkably similar to meditation, with opening the door to these insights. He would visualize devices in his mind, sometimes running them for days in imagination before building them physically, often with uncanny accuracy. Though Tesla did not use the language of Eastern spirituality, his descriptions align closely with meditative states of absorption and visualization. His case suggests that meditation may enhance creativity not only in the arts but also in science and engineering. Tesla's inventions, from alternating current to wireless transmission, reshaped the modern world. Behind them may have been moments of deep stillness, where the mind became clear enough to receive visions that would change history. Many painters meditate to spark visual imagination. Artists across eras have used meditation as a way to clear the mind and awaken vision. Modern painters often sit in silence before beginning their work, using mindfulness to connect with imagery arising from within. The practice heightens attention to color, shape, and detail, enriching perception. Some describe seeing more vividly after meditation, as though the world's palette has intensified. Research supports this. Meditation increases activity in brain regions tied to visual processing and creativity. Abstract artists in particular value the way meditation quiets logical thought, allowing subconscious forms to emerge. For them, painting becomes less about control and more about allowing images to flow naturally from stillness. From Tibetan Thangka painters meditating on deities before brushstrokes to contemporary artists in studios today, meditation has long served as a wellspring for visual imagination, proof that silence can be as important to art as pigment and canvas. Writers sometimes describe meditation as clearing mental clutter. For many writers, the greatest obstacle is not lack of words, but the storm of thoughts that drown clarity. Meditation offers a solution by clearing mental clutter. Sitting in stillness allows unnecessary chatter to fall away, leaving space for ideas to emerge. Writers often report that after meditation, sentences flow more naturally, free from overthinking. Neuroscience confirms that meditation quiets the default mode network, reducing rumination and self-criticism, both major blocks for creative work. Some authors use meditation not only before writing but during breaks, finding that it resets focus and reduces frustration. The practice is less about forcing inspiration and more about making room for it. In silence, the mind rearranges itself, and what was tangled becomes ordered. For writers, meditation becomes not just a relaxation tool, but a crucial part of the creative process, a way of listening deeply for the story waiting to be told. Musicians report hearing new melodies during deep practice. Musicians often describe meditation as tuning the mind like an instrument. In deep states of practice, some report hearing melodies, harmonies, or rhythms emerging spontaneously, as if from a hidden inner orchestra. These moments can inspire compositions or improvisations that feel fresh and original. Neuroscience suggests this may come from the brain's auditory cortex remaining active, while the prefrontal cortex, which normally filters and organizes, quiets down. With less interference, raw creative impulses can surface. For musicians, these experiences feel like channeling something larger than themselves, as though music is flowing through rather than from them. Jazz players, composers, and classical performers alike have spoken of meditation enhancing both technical precision and creative originality. It shows that silence and sound are not opposites but companions, that in the deepest stillness, music itself may arise unbidden, waiting only for ears open enough to hear it. Filmmakers meditate to unlock creative problem-solving. Directors and screenwriters often juggle complex projects filled with stress, deadlines, and creative blocks. Many turn to meditation to find clarity. Sitting quietly allows them to step back from tangled ideas and view problems from fresh perspectives. Some describe moments during meditation when entire scenes or solutions appear, as though the mind, freed from pressure, reorganizes itself. Studies show that meditation enhances divergent thinking, the ability to generate many solutions to a single problem, essential for storytelling and filmmaking. Beyond creativity, meditation also strengthens emotional resilience, helping filmmakers manage the enormous stress of production. The stillness becomes a counterbalance to the chaos of film sets. In an industry built on constant motion and noise, meditation offers a paradoxical advantage. By stopping, filmmakers find the flow that keeps stories moving. Silence, in this sense, is as crucial to cinema as cameras and scripts. Poets often use meditation as a doorway to metaphor. Poetry has always been about distilling experience into words, and many poets use meditation as a way to enter that distillation more fully. Sitting in silence sharpens awareness of subtle sensations, the play of light, the rise of breath, the fleeting texture of emotion, which then become seeds for metaphor. Poets describe meditation as listening to the world without interruption, letting imagery emerge from the quiet. Neuroscience suggests this comes from heightened activity in associative brain networks, which link seemingly unrelated ideas. Meditation trains the mind to notice these connections, weaving them into metaphor. From ancient haiku masters meditating on a falling leaf to modern poets reflecting in urban apartments, the practice creates a direct bridge between stillness and creativity. For poetry, meditation is not escape but entry. Entry into the richness of perception, where every breath and sound can become a line of verse. Some entrepreneurs credit business ideas to meditative clarity. In the fast-paced world of entrepreneurship, constant decision-making and problem-solving can overwhelm creativity. Some business leaders turn to meditation not just for stress relief, but for inspiration. They report that innovative ideas often arrive during or after meditation, when the mind is clear of noise. Startup founders credit breakthroughs in strategy or product design to insights gained in stillness, describing it as space for the obvious to appear. Studies confirm that meditation enhances divergent thinking and decision-making, both crucial for entrepreneurship. More importantly, it helps entrepreneurs resist burnout, allowing them to approach challenges with fresh energy. The paradox is striking. In a culture that equates success with non-stop action, some of the best ideas emerge from stopping completely. Meditation shows that innovation is not only about speed and hustle. Sometimes, it is born in silence, where the mind can finally hear itself think. Meditation fosters divergent thinking, crucial for invention. Divergent thinking, the ability to generate many solutions or ideas, is at the core of invention. Studies have shown that meditation boosts this ability by loosening rigid thought patterns and encouraging free association. Instead of circling the same solutions, the mind becomes more flexible, exploring new paths. This is why meditators often describe sudden insights or aha moments, sometimes about problems they weren't consciously considering. Inventors and scientists alike benefit from this expansion, using meditation to approach challenges from unexpected angles. Brain imaging shows increased activity in regions tied to creativity and reduced activity in the default mode network, allowing fresh ideas to surface. From artistic breakthroughs to technological innovations, meditation has quietly supported invention for centuries. It demonstrates that progress doesn't only come from effort and analysis. Sometimes it arises from stillness, where the mind is free to wander into entirely new territory. Daydreaming becomes more vivid after meditative stillness. Meditation doesn't erase imagination, it enhances it. Practitioners often notice that their daydreams become more vivid, colorful, and detailed after meditation sessions. This may be because meditation strengthens attention and reduces mental noise, allowing imaginative processes to unfold more fully. Neuroscientists link this to changes in the default mode network, which governs self-generated thought. With meditation, the DMN becomes less chaotic and more coherent, producing daydreams that feel richer and more creative. Far from being a distraction, daydreaming can become a fertile ground for problem-solving and creativity. Artists, writers, and innovators often describe their best ideas arriving in daydreams after meditation. It shows that silence doesn't suppress the mind's playfulness, but gives it room to flourish. Meditation and daydreaming together create a powerful partnership. Stillness as the foundation, imagination as the flowering, both reminding us of the mind's vast, untapped potential. Some report entirely new perspectives emerging mid-meditation. Meditation often leads to sudden shifts in perspective, moments when problems or ideas are seen in entirely new light. Practitioners describe sitting quietly and suddenly realizing solutions, connections, or truths they had overlooked. Psychologists suggest that this happens because meditation reduces fixation, allowing the brain to reorganize information more flexibly. These insights can range from small, realizing a forgotten task, to life-changing, like reinterpreting a relationship or purpose. Some traditions call these moments mini-awakenings, glimpses of clarity that reshape understanding. What's unique is that they arise not from deliberate thinking, but from not thinking, from letting go. The mind, freed from constant effort, often resolves puzzles on its own. This phenomenon highlights meditation's role as more than stress relief. It is a tool for transformation. In stillness, we sometimes see life from an angle we never could while rushing, and everything looks new. Meditation can increase altruistic behavior. One fascinating outcome of meditation is its ability to make people more compassionate and generous. Studies show that loving-kindness meditation, which involves silently repeating phrases of goodwill toward oneself and others, significantly increases altruistic behavior. Participants often become more willing to help strangers, donate to charity, or comfort those in distress. Neuroscience suggests this is linked to changes in brain regions like the anterior cingulate cortex and insula, areas involved in empathy and emotional regulation. What's remarkable is that these changes can happen relatively quickly. Even a few weeks of practice can shift behavior. Meditation doesn't simply quiet the mind, it reshapes emotional habits, softening self-centeredness and nurturing connection. In ancient traditions, compassion was always seen as central to meditation, not a side effect. Modern science now validates what sages taught for millennia. Stillness turns us outward as much as inward, making us kinder, more giving humans. People who meditate may recover faster from heartbreak. Heartbreak is more than an emotional wound. It has measurable physical effects on the body, including heightened stress hormones, disrupted sleep, and even weakened immune responses. Meditation can help ease this recovery. By calming rumination, the cycle of replaying painful memories, mindfulness allows the mind to rest from constant sorrow. Neuroscientific studies reveal that meditation reduces activity in brain regions associated with rejection and social pain. Practitioners often report greater acceptance and resilience after loss, describing meditation as a way to sit with grief rather than fight it. Over time, this softens the sharp edges of heartbreak, allowing healing to come more quickly. Meditation also strengthens emotional regulation, giving people tools to navigate waves of sadness without being overwhelmed. Ancient teachings describe meditation as a refuge for the suffering heart, and modern psychology now shows how accurate that wisdom was. Meditators often report stronger intuition. Many meditators notice their intuition, the ability to sense things without deliberate reasoning, growing sharper over time. This might mean making faster, more confident decisions or noticing subtle signals in conversations or environments. Neuroscience hints at why meditation strengthens connections between the prefrontal cortex and limbic system, enhancing integration of emotional and rational processing. In daily life, this manifests as a gut feeling that often proves correct. Traditions across cultures describe intuition as a natural result of clearing the mind, allowing deeper awareness to surface without interference. For some, intuition becomes a guiding compass, shaping choices in relationships, work, and creativity. While science remains cautious about defining intuition, evidence suggests meditation helps people access subconscious knowledge more effectively. Rather than mystical foresight, it may be clarity arising from silence, an inner knowing that emerges when the noise of doubt and distraction finally subsides. Meditation enhances ability to focus on fine details. When scientists test attention in meditators, they often find remarkable results: sharper perception, quicker reaction to small changes, and greater ability to sustain focus. Meditation appears to train the brain's attention networks much like lifting weights strengthens muscles. Long-term practitioners can notice subtleties in sound, vision, and thought that most people overlook. One famous study showed that meditators detected tiny changes in tones or flickers of light with far greater accuracy than non-meditators. In daily life, this heightened focus translates into improved learning, productivity, and even appreciation of beauty in the small details of experience. Instead of living on autopilot, meditators cultivate a finely tuned awareness, able to rest deeply in each moment. Ancient teachers compared this to polishing a mirror until it reflects reality with perfect clarity. In a distracted world, the ability to notice fine details may be one of meditation's most valuable gifts. Group meditation sometimes leads to feelings of shared unity. When people meditate together, many describe a curious sensation, as though individual boundaries dissolve and a shared field of awareness emerges. This collective stillness is felt in monasteries, yoga studios, and even large festivals where thousands sit in silence. Social psychologists suggest that synchronized breathing and focus may enhance feelings of connection, much like singing or dancing in unison. Brain studies show that group practices can even synchronize brainwave patterns, creating measurable harmony between participants. For many, the experience is profound, a sense of belonging that transcends words. This may explain why communal meditation has been a central part of religious and cultural traditions for centuries. It demonstrates that meditation is not only an inward journey, but also a bridge between people, dissolving loneliness and strengthening bonds. In shared silence, individuals can feel part of something greater than themselves, a living, breathing unity of minds. Many meditators describe dreams becoming more vivid. Regular meditation often alters the quality of dreams. Practitioners report that dreams become more colorful, detailed, and emotionally rich. Some even experience lucid dreaming, where they are aware within the dream and can influence its course. Neuroscience suggests this may stem from meditation strengthening awareness and memory, both of which carry into sleep. Dream vividness can also reflect deeper processing of emotions, as meditation reduces stress and allows the subconscious to express itself more freely. In traditions like Tibetan Buddhism, dream yoga intentionally combines meditation and dreaming, training practitioners to remain mindful even while asleep. For modern meditators, the benefit may be more subtle, a greater appreciation for the strange theater of the mind that continues through the night. Dreams, like thoughts, become clearer when awareness is trained, showing that meditation can reshape not just waking life, but the hidden landscapes of sleep. Some traditions claim meditation awakens latent human potential. In many ancient traditions, meditation was not simply for calm, but for unlocking hidden capacities. Yogic and Buddhist texts describe states where practitioners gain extraordinary insight, memory, or even paranormal abilities called siddhis. While modern science views such claims with skepticism, there is evidence that meditation expands human potential in subtler ways, enhancing creativity, empathy, and resilience far beyond average levels. Long-term practitioners sometimes demonstrate unusual feats of concentration, endurance, or compassion that appears superhuman to outsiders. Whether literal or symbolic, these teachings emphasize that humans possess untapped capacities, often clouded by distraction and ignorance. Meditation, in this view, is not just self-improvement, but self-discovery, revealing the deeper possibilities inherent in consciousness. Even without mystical interpretations, the fact that meditation reshapes the brain and behavior proves one thing. Most of us live far below our potential, and stillness helps us rise toward it. Meditation can create a sense of boundless compassion. Loving-kindness meditation, where practitioners extend goodwill to themselves, loved ones, strangers, and even adversaries, often leads to a profound sense of compassion without limits. People describe feeling warmth radiating outward, as if their care could embrace the whole world. Neuroscientific research shows that such practices increase activity in brain regions linked to empathy and positive emotion, while reducing bias against outgroups. This suggests meditation can literally rewire the brain to feel more inclusive love. Historically, compassion was considered the highest fruit of meditation, valued even above wisdom in many traditions. Modern practitioners find it softens anger, heals relationships, and creates a more positive outlook on life. The experience is not fleeting. Compassion often grows stronger with practice, spilling into everyday interactions. Meditation shows us that empathy is not fixed but expandable, capable of becoming boundless, encompassing every living being with genuine care. Meditators often feel more gratitude for small daily events. Meditation slows the pace of perception, allowing practitioners to notice details often overlooked: the warmth of sunlight, the rhythm of breath, the sound of leaves in wind. This heightened awareness naturally cultivates gratitude. Studies show that mindfulness training increases reported levels of thankfulness, even in stressful conditions. Neuroscience suggests that meditation strengthens brain regions linked to positive appraisal and reduces activity in those tied to dissatisfaction. Practitioners describe feeling joy in simple moments, transforming ordinary life into something luminous. Gratitude itself has cascading benefits: stronger relationships, better health, and greater resilience. In this way, meditation fosters a feedback loop of positivity. By noticing more, we appreciate more. By appreciating more, life feels richer. The practice doesn't change external events, but it changes how we meet them, with thankfulness instead of indifference. Meditation turns daily life into a series of small, precious gifts. Some describe meditation as coming home to the self. Among the most moving descriptions of meditation is the feeling of returning to a home one never left. Practitioners often say that in silence, beneath the noise of thought, there is a deep sense of familiarity, a recognition of the self beyond roles, struggles, or achievements. This inner home is described as peaceful, safe, and whole. Psychologists interpret this as a return to baseline awareness, a place where identity is no longer fragmented by stress or distraction. Spiritual traditions frame it as reunion with the true self, or the divine within. Regardless of interpretation, the feeling carries immense comfort. Instead of striving outward for fulfillment, meditation turns us inward to rediscover what was always present. Coming home in this sense is not about a physical place, but a state of being, a reminder that peace is not distant but rests quietly within us all. Researchers are testing meditation for slowing cellular aging. Recent studies suggest that meditation may influence aging at the cellular level. Researchers have found that regular meditation can reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, two processes linked to accelerated aging. More strikingly, it may affect gene expression, turning on protective genes, and turning down those that promote disease. One mechanism is through stress reduction. Chronic stress shortens lifespan, while meditation lowers stress hormones, preserving cellular health. Though research is ongoing, the implication is extraordinary, that sitting quietly and focusing on breath could literally slow biological aging. This aligns with ancient traditions that linked meditation with longevity, seeing it as nourishment for both mind and body. While not a magic cure, meditation adds to the growing evidence that lifestyle profoundly shapes lifespan. In stillness, we may be extending not just peace of mind, but the very time we have to live and love. Telomere length, linked to longevity, may be preserved by practice. Telomeres are protective caps on the ends of chromosomes, often compared to the plastic tips of shoelaces. Each time a cell divides, telomeres shorten, and when they become too short, cells can no longer divide, a process linked to aging and disease. Remarkably, studies suggest that meditation may help preserve telomere length. Practitioners who meditate regularly often show longer telomeres than non-meditators, even after accounting for lifestyle factors. Scientists believe this is due to reduced stress and improved regulation of hormones like cortisol. By lowering the body's wear and tear, meditation may protect DNA itself. While more research is needed, the possibility is astonishing. A mental practice influencing one of the biological clocks of aging. Ancient teachings spoke of meditation, granting long life. Modern genetics may now be catching up, showing that stillness preserves not only peace, but the very threads of life. Meditation can help regulate chronic pain perception. Chronic pain affects millions worldwide, often resistant to medication. Meditation is emerging as a powerful tool for managing pain, not by eliminating it, but by changing the brain's relationship to it. Mindfulness practices train people to observe pain without resistance, which reduces suffering even when the pain remains. Brain scans reveal that meditators show less activity in pain-related areas and more in regions linked to self-regulation. Some report that pain intensity decreases, while others describe the pain as less dominating, easier to live with. Programs like mindfulness-based stress reduction are now prescribed for conditions such as fibromyalgia and arthritis. The results are not just subjective. Patients often reduce reliance on painkillers. Meditation thus reframes pain, transforming it from an overwhelming force into a manageable sensation. It proves that suffering is not only in the body, but also in how the mind meets the body. Cancer patients use meditation to reduce treatment stress. Facing cancer is one of life's greatest challenges, and the stress of treatments like chemotherapy can be immense. Meditation is increasingly offered in hospitals as a supportive therapy for patients. Studies show it helps reduce anxiety, depression, and fatigue during treatment, improving quality of life. By lowering stress hormones and promoting relaxation, meditation can ease nausea, improve sleep, and boost emotional resilience. Patients often describe meditation as giving them a sense of control amid overwhelming circumstances, a way to feel grounded when everything else is uncertain. Some programs combine meditation with yoga or breathing exercises, offering holistic support alongside medical care. While meditation is not a cure, it helps people face illness with greater calm and strength. For many, the practice becomes a source of hope and comfort, proving that even in the most difficult times, inner peace remains possible. Meditation supports people coping with post-traumatic stress. Post-traumatic stress disorder disrupts lives with flashbacks, hypervigilance, and emotional numbness. Meditation-based therapies are showing promise in easing these symptoms. By training attention to remain in the present, meditation helps trauma survivors interrupt cycles of fear and avoidance. Brain studies reveal reduced activity in the amygdala, the brain's fear center, and increased regulation from the prefrontal cortex. Veterans, assault survivors, and refugees alike have reported benefits from mindfulness and compassion-based practices. While it is not a replacement for therapy, meditation enhances resilience and reduces emotional reactivity, giving people more control over their inner world. For some, meditation becomes a way to reclaim safety within themselves, rebuilding trust in body and mind. The practice demonstrates a remarkable truth. Even after trauma has left deep marks, stillness can open pathways toward healing, offering survivors not erasure of pain but renewed strength to live alongside it. Cardiologists recommend meditation for heart health. Heart disease remains one of the leading causes of death worldwide, yet meditation is emerging as a simple, effective way to protect cardiovascular health. Research shows that meditation lowers blood pressure, reduces resting heart rate, and decreases levels of stress hormones that strain the heart. Cardiologists increasingly recommend mindfulness as a complement to medical treatment, especially for patients with hypertension or high risk of heart attack. One study found that regular meditation practice reduced recurrence rates of heart events in patients already diagnosed with heart disease. Beyond physiology, meditation promotes healthier lifestyle habits, reducing cravings, improving sleep, and encouraging exercise adherence. Ancient traditions often spoke of meditation as calming the heart, and modern cardiology affirms this wisdom with measurable data. In silence, the heart finds rest, and in rest, it grows stronger. Meditation may be one of the simplest prescriptions for a healthier, longer life. Meditation reduces cravings in addiction recovery programs. Addiction rewires the brain's reward systems, making cravings nearly impossible to resist. Meditation, particularly mindfulness practices, is now being used in recovery programs to reduce relapse rates. By teaching people to observe cravings without acting on them, meditation builds space between impulse and action. Brain scans show that meditators have reduced activity in regions tied to craving and increased activity in areas linked to self-control. Programs like mindfulness-based relapse prevention combine meditation with therapy, helping individuals notice triggers and regulate emotions. Participants often report feeling less enslaved by urges, more capable of making deliberate choices. While addiction recovery is complex and multifaceted, meditation offers a powerful tool for building resilience. It doesn't erase cravings, but changes how they are experienced, no longer as commands, but as passing sensations. For many, this shift marks the difference between relapse and recovery, between struggle and newfound freedom. Schools using meditation report fewer disciplinary issues. In schools that adopt meditation programs, administrators often report dramatic drops in disciplinary problems. Students who once acted out in anger or frustration learn tools to pause, breathe, and regulate emotions. Suspensions decrease, classrooms grow calmer, and teachers find more time for instruction rather than discipline. Children themselves describe feeling less stressed and more focused after daily mindfulness sessions. In some schools, meditation rooms have replaced detention halls, with students reflecting quietly instead of receiving punishment. Research supports these changes, showing improved self-control, attention, and empathy among students. By teaching stillness early, schools give children lifelong skills for managing stress and conflict. The impact reaches beyond academics, shaping kinder, more resilient communities. Meditation in education suggests a future where discipline comes not from fear of punishment, but from inner balance, a lesson as valuable as anything taught from textbooks. Scientists are exploring meditation as a treatment for insomnia. Insomnia affects millions, leading to fatigue, mood disorders, and health risks. Meditation is being studied as a natural treatment, helping people fall asleep more easily and stay asleep longer. Mindfulness practices reduce pre-sleep anxiety by calming racing thoughts, a major barrier to rest. Brainwave studies show that meditation increases theta and alpha waves associated with drowsiness and relaxation. Participants in clinical trials often report improved sleep quality after weeks of practice, with some reducing or eliminating reliance on medication. Beyond sleep onset, meditation deepens rest by improving regulation of the nervous system, reducing nighttime awakenings. Ancient traditions often linked meditation and sleep, using bedtime practices to transition smoothly into dreams. Modern science confirms this timeless link, showing that stillness before sleep prepares both body and mind for restoration. In a restless world, meditation offers the most natural remedy, a calm descent into peaceful slumber. Meditation continues to reveal new benefits with each decade of research. When meditation first entered Western science in the mid-20th century, it was dismissed as mysticism. Decades later, research has exploded, revealing benefit after benefit: reduced stress, improved immunity, enhanced creativity, and even cellular protection. Each decade brings new discoveries, from brain plasticity to telomere preservation. What's striking is not just the breadth of effects, but their depth. Meditation appears to influence nearly every aspect of human functioning. Scientists continue to explore uncharted territory: its role in aging, trauma recovery, education, even space exploration. The practice remains as mysterious as it is powerful, a simple act of sitting quietly that continues to surprise researchers with its scope. Perhaps this is the ultimate fact about meditation, that it is never finished revealing itself. With each generation of study, we discover that stillness contains more than silence. It contains endless possibilities for human growth. And so, our quiet exploration comes to an end. We've drifted through ancient practices and modern discoveries, wandering across landscapes of history, science, and the hidden depths of the mind. Along the way, we've paused in silence, touched on wonder, and perhaps felt the edges of calm within ourselves. If you happen to still be awake, you can always like and subscribe to join us again, or share a thought in the comments below. It helps others find their way here too, one sleepy soul at a time. But for now, there's nothing more you need to do. Let your body grow heavy, let your breath slow, and let the night carry you gently toward rest. The quiet will hold you, the darkness will soften you, and sleep will come when it's ready. Good night.